Well, I'm at the Center Deli on Summer Street with the owner, Tony, right? What's your last name again, Tony? Thaddeus. And we're here, what are we, in September 2020?
Yeah.
So we're still in the middle of this darn pandemic, right, Tony?
That's right.
So I thought I'd ask you, how are things going during the pandemic, Tony?
Things are going pretty well, but not quite fully. You know, like everybody's a lot of work.
Yeah.
All the companies are still shut down here, and people are having a hard time. Trying to make a living, trying to pay the bills, like we all are.
Yes.
We're all trying to make a living. That's all we're trying to do.
So a lot of offices still aren't open yet, right, or companies, so you don't have as much lunch business, right, Tony?
No, we lost a quarter or half of the business.
Oh,
sure.
Oh, and that's understandable, though, because a lot of things are still closed down.
That's right. We're lucky that we do what we do.
Yes.
We have good customers. We've been here a long time. We try to do, the best we can,
Everybody.
Good food, reasonable price.
Yes.
And we give them, a good portion.
I'll say your food is fantastic, Tony. When I post it on the Chelmsford News, you get so many wonderful comments.
Oh, thank you.
Everybody loves the food. Yeah. Everybody loves you and your family.
Well, thank you very much.
You've been here, what, 40-something years, Tony?
45 years over here.
45?
And I got to say, the people have been wonderful, and really, really nice. You only had everybody that comes in here very sociable, like family.
Yes.
I know them so well,
I know. Every time I come in, you give me a wonderful greeting.
It's a pleasure to come to work, really. It is.
It is. I could imagine. I think you have a great job there, too, talking to everybody at the register.
Yeah, and my girls do the work here. My grandson.
Let me just quickly scan over there.
There's one over here. Mike.
Oh, that's a... Hey, hi.
And that's Brian over there.
And Brian, hi.
Say hi, Brian. Hi.
I got
Bobby in the kitchen. Bobby, come on out here.
Oh.
Yeah. And they do a good job.
They do.
Yeah.
My mask is kind of giving me a problem here, but
There's Tony there.
Hey, Tony. So that's great. So the business is down a little bit, but it's not too bad. You're surviving.
That's right.
Hopefully next year we'll get back to normal, right, Tony?
I hope so.
I do too. I can't wait for it to be over.
Everybody's hoping for the best, and
yes.
You just got to make it through. That's all.
Yeah, little by little.
I wish everybody well. I hope everybody's safe and. Got to do the right thing. Wear the mask, stay a distance, and do what you got to do.
And speaking of safe, you have a plexiglass over here at the counter. There's plexiglass here, and then you have plexiglass over by the salad bar.
Everything's covered. Everything we got to. Nobody touches nothing except we pass it all to the customer.
So now, could people still make their salad, or do you have to make it?
We make the salad.
I see.
They tell us what they want. We put it in, and we give it to them.
So that's a big change. I guess. Remember, we used to make our own.
Well,
I loved your salad here. Oh, it's great. It's still good, I'm sure.
That was before, not now.
Yeah, not now. Yeah. So that's. Oh, and then your ice cream. Do you still have the ice cream?
No, we got rid of the ice cream.
It's more of a pain than it was worth, right?
It was too much work. Too much. You got to break it down every day and take 2 or 3 hours.
Oh my God, Tony.
I love that ice cream. That's why I got it.
You know what might be good though, if you just buy the bars already made. You don't.
We got enough to do here.
And you got these great desserts here. Let me show you. You got cookies over here. And cakes.
We come in early in the morning to prepare stuff.
Yeah. Your chicken cutlets are prepared here, right?
Everything's made here.
Everything's
potato salad.
Everybody loves your potato salad.
Everything. We make everything here.
It's amazing, Tony. Who makes it for you? Your family or your?
I do. My daughter and Bobby. My grandson Bobby.
Oh yes, And Chris. How about Chris is your grandson, right?
Yeah, the
Christopher
girl's working there. Chris.
Oh, Christopher. Isn't there a Christopher?
He's a carpenter now.
Oh, nice. Yeah. And is this your daughter here? The blonde one?
That's my daughter Michelle.
Oh, Michelle, right?
Out.
Yeah. Hi, Michelle. Hi. Hi, Michelle. Well, Tony, it was great talking with you. I'm glad we had a little bit more time today.
I'm glad.
Last time we only spoke for 1 minute because customers were waiting all the time. Today I came a little bit earlier.
I'm glad you came.
And we got a 5-minute video, Tony. It's great, great to see you, Tony.
Thank you
very much.
Bye-bye.
Well, I'm at the Three Trolls. Is that the name of your company,
Trolls
Andy?
Games and Puzzles.
Three Trolls Games and Puzzles on Summer Street, right, Andy?
Right here on Summer Street.
And when I came in, it is what now Andy had his mask on, which is great because we're filming during the pandemic. But for this video, we're just going to take it off temporarily so we could hear him better, right, Andy?
That's right.
Great. And Andy, you've been here a long time, right, Andy?
Been here since 1992. The summer
Wow!
of 92, yeah.
And with you, your
me,
company?
Me and my parents, we founded it together. My mother's mostly retired these days. My father passed away 5 years ago.
Oh, I'm
but
sorry.
we're still going on.
That's fantastic, Andy. So that's what, 28 years, right?
28 years.
That's fantastic. So could I ask, how are things going during the pandemic, Andy?
Hang on one second. I just realized with this music going on, it's going to make people crazy.
Yeah. Andy is lowering the music now. We're turning it up, which is nice. Thank you, Andy. So I'm so glad I came in, Andy, because I'm not a big game player because it's just not something I do. I'm kind of old, you might say. But you say you have people older than me playing games, right, Andy?
I do. Some of our best customers are in their golden years.
Wow.
Retirees with time on their hands want to do jigsaw puzzles or play games. It's a great way if you've got some time on your hands.
Yes. And speaking of jigsaw puzzles, there's one right here that you brought out, right?
Yep.
But you have a whole bunch of them?
I have a bunch. I've got 2 jigsaw puzzle lines on the shelf right now. Ravensburger and Springbok. They're both excellent lines, and we stand behind them.
Wonderful. And then you have all these like video type games, you'd say, right?
Well, they're not video games. That's a common confusion. Well, they're board games. There's no technology.
Oh, that's
involved.
a board game.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that. I thought for sure it might have been a video game.
So Warcraft is a video game, but what they've done here is they've linked up a long-standing, excellent game called Small World, and they've joined it to the World of Warcraft franchise for this great mashup. Small World of Warcraft. It's a wonderful game. It's brand new.
Beautiful. Wow. And then what is Ticket to...
Ticket to Ride, it's a classic game. It's been around for a long time. It's a new classic. It's simple, it's easy, it's fun.
Is that
you can learn to play it fast. It doesn't take long at all.
Is that a board game too?
It's a board game. All of our games are board games or puzzles. We don't have any electronic or video
I
games.
didn't know that. I thought you had a lot of, maybe did electronic games too, but you specialize
we specialize.
in the board games, table games, so the families could get together and friends could get together.
Sure, absolutely.
Nice.
And this one here, this is one of our long-standing, most popular games. It's called Catan. It used to be called Settlers of Catan. And before that, since it was made in Germany, it was called Die Siedler von Catan.
Oh, wow.
Settlers of Catan. And this is a trading resource management game where even when it's not your turn, you've got a lot to do. I love this game a lot, although it can be a little mean.
Oh, really? Yeah. Nice. So you have all kinds of things. What else do you have here, Andy?
We have models. We have
models.
Dungeons and Dragons.
And Dungeons and Dragons?
We have Paint. We have card games like Magic the Gathering, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh! Everything you need to distract yourself.
Wow, wonderful. And 28 years you've been here,
28
right?
years we've been here. Some days it feels longer. Some days it feels like we just started.
Oh, and speaking of some days, how are things during the pandemic in terms of business-wise? Is it down a little bit, up a little bit?
There's 2 different factors. One is our in-store gaming, which is gone. It's done. According to state mandates, we could have people in, but I don't feel safe doing it. We're in a poorly ventilated area, and people spend a lot of time, so I'm not ready yet. So I'm dragging my feet.
And maybe next year when the pandemic is over, get back to that. So what happens? People come in and play games inside here?
$10 for all-day access to the parlor. We've got 700 games, big tables, space, and of course people, community. And that's a big part of our model, and obviously that's not happening right now. So that's
until hopefully next year we'll have a vaccine and get back to normal, hopefully. But $10 is a great price, Andy. That's very...
It's cheaper than a movie, and you get longer.
Yeah, and I thought you were going to say like $10 an hour or something, but for the whole day.
No, I want people to come and go freely. I want them to go grab food and come back. You can eat your lunch back there.
That's fantastic.
The other factor, of course, is selling the games and puzzles and models and stuff. And that's, I mean, it's down. It's definitely down. But it's coming back a little bit. I think people are starting to realize that if they're going to be locked in their pods, it's good to have some games and puzzles in there with them.
Yes, yes. And I see you have a beautiful dinosaur here. And well, that's the flying ones, right?
Yeah, that's
back then.
pterodactyl. So that
Pterodactyl,
guy,
yeah.
That guy's just sort of a relic of elder days gone by at this point, in more ways than one. Those models. Excuse me. Those models, we sold them for many, many years, but the company went out of business, and that's the last one.
Really? The company went out of business? That's too bad. That's a beautiful piece there.
Yeah.
Now, would people, they would assemble it, right?
1,000 pieces.
1,000 pieces? Oh, my God.
I exaggerate, but not by much.
But that's wonderful. Wow, but it's no longer carried. That's the last one.
But we've got lots of other models and sculptures and toys and puzzles and games.
Well, let me just take a quick scan. Well, maybe I could just do something from here. You have, there's the paint you were talking about right here.
Yes, indeed.
And more paints over here. A lot of paints. So people come here to paint their models, right, Andy?
Yes.
And then all kinds of your board games over here. Then you have, is that ship? What is that ship doing here?
That's actually, again, just sort of on display. My father and a group of friends made that model. It took them 2 years working together to put it together.
2 years, wow.
Here's an example of what a figure might look like when it's painted up and put together. That's Thanos from the Marvel Universe.
Oh, so some of your customers come in, they buy these, and then they paint them themselves.
They come unassembled and unpainted, and you put them together. And
so
they look
all
just
these
great.
were hand-painted by you?
All of these were hand-painted by
Oh,
my friend Marty.
Oh, my God.
So before they're painted, this is an idea of what this is an unpainted figure. It's assembled but unpainted.
Yes. Nice. Mm-hmm. So people paint them and then they display them on their shelves somewhere.
Or play games with them.
Or play games. Wow, nice.
Like complicated chess.
Nice. Speaking of chess and checkers, you carry basic games like
Absolutely,
that too?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Chess, checkers, Chinese checkers.
I remember that too from when I used to go to the Boys Club.
Backgammon.
Wow. That's fantastic. So I'm so glad I stopped in today.
Me too.
And 28 years your company's been here, which is fantastic. And I hope you get through the pandemic okay, Andy, and that you have tremendous, tremendous success.
Thanks.
And hopefully this video will help in some small way to your hours. How about your hours of operation?
We're open Monday through Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Nice. 7 hours a day, right?
I don't know.
Okay, yeah. But 6 except Sunday. Yeah. Sundays you're closed.
Well, the reason we're closed on Sundays, actually, is because on Sundays we run a great big Discord voice chat Dungeons & Dragons game. And everybody's welcome for that. That costs $10. And if you've got a computer and a microphone and headphones, you're good to go.
That's fantastic, Andy. Well, I'm so glad I stopped in, and thank you so much for talking with us, Andy.
My pleasure.
Chelmsford News, it'll be on TV very soon.
Great. I'm looking forward to watching it. Now I'm going to mask back up again.
Beautiful. Well, I'm at the Charles Frederick's Jewelers on Alpine Lane, and this is Tom Christiano taping for the Chelmsford News, and I'm with one of the co-owners, Rick Romano. How are you, Rick?
I'm good. How are you guys?
Good, thanks. Rick is an owner with another person, right? What's his name, Rick?
Partner Fred Gallagher started the business a long time ago with Charlie Horndall.
Oh, and Charlie's no longer involved, Rick?
Charlie's mostly retired now. He helps us one day a week, and Fred and I are here every day.
Wonderful. Well, your place looks so great. Let me just take a quick scan of your place. It's like, as I mentioned, it's on Alpine Lane, and everything is so neat and beautiful here. And that's why I'm stopping by. Rick has been very active with the Chelmsford Business Association, which is when I first met Rick a few years ago from the Chelmsford Business Association. Are you still involved, Rick?
I am. I'm still on the board, and it's still a great group of people that I feel passionate about their causes and what we do and how they help the towns.
And you're still on the board. That's fantastic, Rick.
Yeah.
So we're taping, in September of 2020?
During the coronavirus year.
Yes, COVID-19, right?
Yes.
So could we start with you basically summarizing how things have went during the beginning of the
Sure.
COVID, and then how they're going now in September of 2020?
It was kind of ironic that we were having one of our best years ever. And our fiscal year usually starts September 1st. So we were rolling right along. And then, of course, January and February were really good. March started out great. And we knew that virus was looming. And then vacations got canceled. And all of a sudden we got the order to shut down. And I thought it was just going to be for a short period of time, so I wasn't too worried. But after a few weeks, it became obvious it was going to be a problem, and I was really concerned.
Yeah, oh, yes.
I was concerned not just about my business, but all the little businesses in town.
Yeah.
And then the government stepped up with a PPP loan, which made us realize we were going to live another day and keep going.
Good.
And then we reopened in mid-May, I think, after 2 months of being closed. We took the time to repaint the store, redo the stairs, update some of the displays, things like that. So we tried to use the time constructively.
Nice. Nice.
And it was a challenge doing business storefront only, where people can't come in. It was daunting.
Oh, that's how you would bring things outside when they purchase something?
People would pull up to the parking lot,
Yeah.
we'd call ahead, and we'd go out and bring stuff to them in the parking lot. And it was, it was noble, but it was not profitable.
Yeah. Oh, that must have been a pain, right?
It was a big pain, and I still feel for the restaurants that have to live like that still. So I mean, it's crazy.
I know.
Our customers rallied behind us, and they really have come, in a great way, and they've been supportive, and business is back to being great again.
Good.
So things are really good.
That's fantastic. Well, you deserve it, Rick, because I'm on the board of the Chelmsford Historical Society, and you've been helping out the Chelmsford Historical Society so much over many years. For example, this cabinet right over here, you're featuring many of our articles from the Chelmsford. You even have our name there on the top of the cabinet from the Chelmsford Historical Society, like a lot of Fred Merriam's books.
Yes.
You have our Chelmsford mugs, some of our postcards, a lot of these glass.
The little cup plates, yes.
Cup plates. Oh, and our historic bottles, reproduction of a lot of the historic bottles that we sell. And more Fred Merriam's books here, another Fred Merriam book there. And some of these, what do you call these, Rick? Do you know?
Those are coasters.
Coasters.
And they make great gifts.
Yes, and these go for four for $15. And they make great gifts. So what Rick does in his company here, with Charles is his name?
With Fred, yeah.
Fred. They carry this for us at no cost. Most businesses would say, oh, we'll take 10, 20, 30%. But Rick Romano and his business are so great to our town that they don't charge anything. And our entire board appreciates it so much, Rick.
Oh, it's fun. And every now and then Deb will find a little treasure hidden away at the Historical Society, and she brings it over and we put it out on display.
And you we just had a meeting last night, a Zoom meeting of the board. And she brought in from your place $300 or $400, I think, recently.
We sell a lot of material for the Historical Society.
Nice.
The only thing we don't do is we don't run it through our business.
Yes.
That it's entirely for the Historical Society. So customers usually will come in with a cash or check that we then just turn over to the Historical Society.
Which is the best way, yeah. You have cash or check for that. So anybody who's interested in historical books or mugs and all kinds of things about Chelmsford.
Yeah, they're full of pictures. They're great reading, and they make terrific gifts for people, especially new people to town, or people when they go to leave town, if they're going to retire somewhere, giving them a book full of the Chelmsford stuff is usually great.
It is. I think that's a great idea.
Yeah.
And I hear from people who've moved out of town and they miss Chelmsford. So it's a wonderful
So it's funny, we have a website, and you can buy things on there and the whole bit, but our customers, we have customers in almost every state in the country. We ship stuff overseas, and it's usually people that started out living in Chelmsford, got used to us, and trust us implicitly, and then they move away and they don't want to start a new relationship with another jeweler. So we are mailing stuff all over the country.
Really? That's fantastic. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you have a great business here, Rick. As I was saying, I wish I bought more jewelry, or I would be in here quite often. You know, I don't even wear a ring or anything. Or
It's all right. We have customers that have been lifelong non-jewelry wearers, and then you never know, they might find something that that clicks for them. We do a lot of repair work for people.
Oh, that's right. You mentioned the new laser you have back there.
Laser welder, which is really special for us.
Yes.
It allows us to do better quality work with a faster turnaround time, and really it's just changed the way we do repairs.
Yes, and I took a photo of it with you in back, so that I'll post that on the Chelmsford News as well. It looks like a good, very useful machine that helps you.
It allows us to reprong diamonds without having to take the stones out of the setting. It allows us to do work where heat would normally be a problem, but now there is no heat. It's very localized, and it's a molecular bond, so it's superior to soldering. It's really been terrific.
That's fantastic, Rick. Well, you've really been terrific to the Chelmsford Historical Society and to the town of Chelmsford, Rick. This business is a wonderful addition, even though it's been here for many years, to the town of Chelmsford.
Thank you.
And as I mentioned, you're on Alpine Lane, and this is Rick Romano, one of the co-owners of Charles Frederick's Jewelers, right?
Right, that's right.
Well, thank you very much for talking with us, Rick. Well, I'm at the Picture Yourself Framing Shop and Gallery in Chelmsford Center with the owner, Roberta Witz. How are you, Roberta?
How are you, Tom? Good to see you.
Good to see you. And as you could tell, we're taping during the pandemic in September of 2020. So Roberta has her mask on when people come in and throughout the store, but we're going to take it off for now, or down, so we can hear you better, right, Roberta?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
So Roberta, could you give us an update as to how things are going at your shop these days?
Well, it was a little bit of a struggle, as as many of the local small businesses here in town. We had to close for a few months because those were the rules. And of course, if we did order something, it may not be coming, because all across the country, the distributors and we're having trouble getting materials and things to us as well. So we do have a lot of artwork coming in, and needlework, though we found that our customers and friends and clients who spent all that time at home got quite busy, whether they were artistically busy like yourself with your beautiful pastels and paintings.
Thank you.
We also have a lot of needleworks coming in. So we're plugging away, and we're really grateful for everybody's support and patience with us in the community.
Wonderful. And could you tell us what your hours are now, Roberta?
Yes, we are a little bit downsized in our hours, just again to keep everybody safe and so we can clean and things. So right now we are open Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 11 to 5. And Saturdays 11 to 3. We are currently closed Sundays, Mondays, and Thursdays.
Beautiful.
So the hours are a little bit reduced, and so things are taking just a tiny bit longer to get done, but we want to assure everybody that we're doing everything as safely and cleanly and professionally as possible.
Well, you always do, Roberta. Everybody loves your place. They love you, Roberta.
Oh, thank you.
You do.
Well, we're very proud of being a big part of the community as well. I mean, I feel, a little bit sad for some of the folks in the Art Society, who can't meet and do that. So we're welcoming folks in here to come and chat and visit. But we are also scheduling almost like a hair salon, possibly.
Yes.
So if folks want to come in with any projects or any work that they have, we would appreciate the phone call so we can schedule an appointment.
Great.
And our phone number is 978-256-0140. And again, coming in to just browse isn't a problem, or coming in to pick up work really isn't a problem either. But if you would like to come in for a consultation, we would appreciate the appointment, just so we can social distance everybody.
Great. And Roberta, would you like to give us your website address so that people could check your hours periodically and before they come in?
We have a pretty strong presence, mostly on Facebook, and I found people find us on Google as well. But any questions,
that's right.
certainly give us a call.
Beautiful. Well, thank you so much, Roberta. It's great talking with you today. And congratulations on your success here and doing well, even during these terrible times of the pandemic.
Well, over 35 years in town, we appreciate everybody's support here as well.
And you do such a great job. I won't tell everybody all that you've done for the Chelmsford Art Society over the years.
Thank you.
Being the past president and doing so much to help all the artists here in town. So thank you so much, Roberta.
Well, my pleasure, Tom. It's nice talking with you again as well.